Hey, good morning, and welcome to another episode of Bryan and Bryan. Of course, Bryan Smith is working on new content. I know he's been working for a couple of weeks, but come on, great content takes time. Let's face it, you can't just come up with this stuff and just throw it out there, or can you? Uh, this morning, I've got a very special guest. I've got a friend of mine who helps small businesses. And if anyone is a business owner or has been a business owner or is currently a business owner, you understand that one of your biggest problems is finding affordable health insurance and benefit packages for your employees. Very hard to keep good talent if you don't have good benefit packages because let's face it, millennials today, the younger crowd, the first thing that they're looking for is, hey, what's my benefit package? How much is it going to cost me? And sometimes those things are just a little bit out of sight and could break the bank. So I brought Craig on. He's going to help solve some of those myths and help come up with some solutions for that. And right now, let me introduce him. And Craig, how are you this morning?
Good, good, good. Good morning. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, not a problem. So tell us a little bit about who you are and how long you've been doing insurance.
Well, my name's Craig Sawyer. I'm out of Southwest Florida. I'm licensed in 21 states. Been doing this for about 4 or 5 years. Work for a phenomenal company and love what I do. And we actually have a mantra that's hope, which is helping other people every day. I know it sounds a little bit cheesy, but it's true. And what we get to do for a living is just help other people get out of the mess that they're in with health insurance. I know it's a big topic right now with the headlines, with everything that's going on with the national plan. So a lot of people are actually taking interest in it right now.
Yeah, yeah, that's one of your annual fixed cost is that benefit. So having that in place where it's both affordable for the employer and affordable for the employee is a really big key area. So I introduced you to some people, and I know we did some emails and that all of that, but in a general term, how do you come in and help them solve this problem? What is the process that you use so that you can get them from I'm scared and I don't think I can afford this to, oh really, that's all that's going to be?
Right. Well, actually, there's two parts to that. There's the business owner themselves, and then there's the employees that they have working with them. And for the business owners, a lot of business owners are not included in the workers' compensation plans. It's for the employees, but the business owners excluded. So we can help them there with providing their own coverage. It's affordable. The majority of our plans are medically underwritten. So they kind of reward people for being reasonably healthy. Nobody's perfectly healthy. We get that. If you are, man, high five, but it doesn't happen very often. But similar to health insurance, or I'm sorry, to auto insurance, you pay lower rates if you have a clean driving record. Same thing with health insurance with us. When it comes to the employees, the plans that we offer are not group plans. They are all individual plans. So the employer themselves is not tied to the plan, which is pretty cool because if an employee were to ever leave the company for any reason, they can keep their insurance plan completely intact and take it with them. And there's no need for the employer to have to deal with COBRA and that kind of mess. Also, these plans offer 24/7 coverage too. So most people don't know that their health insurance doesn't cover them when they're on the job. That's when workers' comp is relied upon. So with this coverage, it's 24/7. If they were to get hurt while they're on the job, we always say, hey, file the claim with us. I know that sounds contradictory to what most insurance agents are going to tell you, but file the claim with us. We cannot raise rates based on claims. So it's kind of twofold where it's going to help the employer get coverage that they need affordably, and then also provide coverage for the employees as well and make it real simple. It's a quick, honestly, about 10 or 15-minute conversation on the phone. It's done.
Wow. See, everybody is thinking, oh, wow, Bryan brought on an insurance guy, and this insurance guy is going to sit down with me. It's going to take like 2 hours of my time. And then after he leaves, I've got a stack of paperwork that he wants me to read through and fill out. And this process you just outlined sounds like, half an hour maybe, and
Look,
you can come to a decision.
Yeah, I don't sell cookies. I am not the guy from the top of everybody's list to talk to. I get that. So I do try to streamline it, make it as simple as possible. I try not to look. 10 years ago, I didn't know a thing about health insurance. did not care to learn. Nobody wants to know about it. They just want to know that when they go to the doctor, they're taken care of. That's all they really care about. Your
True.
premium, deductible, and what doctors can I go to? That's the important stuff. Obviously, there's a lot of things behind that as well, but if we can keep it simple and make it easy, more people will get it, and more people will be able to understand it and know how it works for them. So there's also no open enrollment periods when you have a private plan. So you're not restricted to that November, December thing where everybody's like a mad rush trying to get up to, the Obamacare websites and trying to get, they have 24 or 36 different options there with all kinds of different numbers and percentages, and it's overwhelming. And people don't want to have to deal with that. So if I can make that process a little bit simpler, that's what I'm going to do my best to do. Absolutely. Like I said, about 15-minute phone call, start to finish. And within a couple of days, you got the insurance that you need. So.
Nice. Now, if someone already has coverage, like they've already, went through the other process and the painstakingly did all of those things, they already have that in place. Is it easy to switch?
Absolutely. Really, with any insurance plan, excluding some employer plans, which I know with your folks, that's probably not what we're looking at. But with any other insurance plan, whether it be one of the marketplace type plans or any other private insurer, you can cancel at any time without any type of penalty. So all you have to do is just call that insurer up, say, hey, look, I found better coverage elsewhere. Please cancel my current plan as of whatever effective date. If you've already paid for that month, they'll reimburse you. They'll prorate it and reimburse it back to you. But yeah, you can cancel any plan at any time, including ours.
Wow. Okay. And then in that process, do you also help people if they, kind of are stuck and they're like, okay, you're telling me this, but I don't know if I can do it.
Sure. Yeah. In fact, with that process and, finding doctors, that's what I'm here for. That's what I do as an agent, as an advisor. If you're looking for doctors that are in network, which is pretty easy, the plans I represent are all PPO plans. So it's pretty easy to find doctors in network. But if you don't have a doctor currently and you don't even know where to start to find one, the best thing to do is just give me a call. Say, hey, look, where are the doctors in my area that are in network? I can look that up in a matter of about 30 to 45 seconds. So very simple. I'm only a phone call away. Everybody I speak with has my cell phone. So a simple call or text. A lot of folks text these days, which is awesome. I love that because you can answer a text whenever you have time, not when a phone call comes in. So it works pretty quick.
Well, and for the community, the gymnastics community, having a personal connection with the person that's handling these things is, we're a tight-knit community. Now we nag each other back and forth like brothers and sisters, and really kind of get sloppy sometimes. But for most part, we're just one big happy family across the whole country, and having that personal touch is kind of something that reassures everybody that, hey, you're not just getting another sales guy that came in and is trying to break into our industry. We actually get somebody, and I told people in my email, hey, I'm connected to a lot of really good people, and so hopefully now that they're meeting you, they're going to believe that, hey, like I always do, I come through with really good people. So
I'll do that for sure.
It's always fun. So is there a business size that is too big or a business size that is too small for you to help? What is your sweet spot?
Yeah, there's no business size too small. Too big, you're looking at anybody who has more than 30 or 40 employees would probably be getting a little bit too large, because once you hit 50 employees or more, you do get some decent, significant discounts through group plans, which I personally just do not offer. But if you have less than that, it's pretty beneficial to you, because even if you have a group plan with less than 50 employees, you don't get that benefit of the discount until you have 50 or more. So a lot of times those group plans can be more expensive, and actually sometimes double what I can provide coverage for if you have less than 50 employees. So the sweet spot for me is typically 25 or less.
Okay. And now these range in deductible and the coverage types, but since it's individual, each person gets to kind of choose, instead of having the employer kind of dictate what they could afford, and then you just have to make a decision, well, am I taking it or not?
Exactly. Completely customizable, unbelievably customizable. As a matter of fact, you can, it ranges anywhere from no deductible at all to deductibles that you can choose. Our most popular plan is a zero deductible plan, and it happens to also be the most affordable, which I know is contradictory to everything you've ever learned about health insurance. But
Or heard.
yeah, you're right.
Or heard right now. Everybody's talking about it. It's a topic, you know.
Exactly. But because of the underwriting, our most affordable, cheapest plan is a $0 deductible plan. And we have other plans available as well that have deductibles, and you can choose what your deductible is. And then we also have a guaranteed issue plan that has no underwriting at all. So if you're somebody who may not qualify for the underwritten plans, you can qualify for that one. There's also, vision, dental, life, disability, all types of things that you can either put in or take out. There's different levels of benefits. So even if you have everything in your plan that you've ever wanted, you can actually reduce the benefit level, the payout level of those. So it's completely customizable, which again will affect your premium. So not only is the plan customizable to what your specific individual needs are, because your needs are probably a little bit different than mine, and a little bit different than the person down the street. So you can customize it for that as well as for your own budget. So if you need to reduce or increase coverages based on your budget, you can do that as well to make it affordable for you.
Nice, nice. Well, Craig, we got about a minute and a half left. So, in a nutshell, if I was watching this and I'm kind of intrigued, what would you say would be like the main reason that people would go ahead and take you up on your offer to make the 15-minute phone call?
The main things, price. Obviously, that's what's most important to all of us. Is going to be that I can typically save people between 20 and 50% compared to marketplace plans. The deductibles, again, $0 deductible in most cases if you qualify. So you don't have that meet that ridiculously huge deductible. Selection of doctors, it's a PPO, and our main plans are on the Cigna PPO network, which is the largest network in the country. Our non-underwritten plan is on PHCS, which is the second largest. So selection of doctors, being able to go where you want to, when you need to, specialists and things like that. It's anywhere you want to go, and the policy is still going to pay for you. And then of course you just have that it's a nationwide PPO. So if you travel, go from state to state, I know sometimes you have different competitions and things. You can go from state to state. Somebody gets hurt, it's a nationwide PPO, so you can still get your PPO discounts and everything wherever you're at in all 50 states.
Nice, nice. Now, one question that may come up, just so you're not blindsided by it, you can answer it now, or you can say, hey, I'll have to get back on that. What about our coaches that travel internationally?
International coverage works a lot differently. There are different plans that are made specifically for international travel. Ours is not one of them. However, if you are outside the United States, if you pay for that visit, and then when you get back to the States, you can submit the invoice and we'll cover it as it would have been covered if you were here. So the insurance card itself would not work outside the US, but we can reimburse once you get back.
Bingo. That's what people are looking for.
Yes, sir.
So, all right. Well, Craig, I appreciate you coming on and introducing yourself.
Yeah,
if people want to get in touch with you, what's the best way?
Best way is just call or text. I have my cell phone, like everybody else, I think, sitting right there on my cheek. My number is 239-677-9877. And you can call or text, or I can give you my email address as well, which is Craig Sawyer, SAWYER 75@gmail.com.
Perfect. I'm gonna put that in the show notes before I send this out to everybody. But like I said, I appreciate you coming on. The community, once they embrace this, may find out that this may be one of the biggest things going into their next fiscal year in savings and being able to provide benefits to those not just the key employees, but to all employees because of the way it's set up and structured. Right. So, Craig, I appreciate you coming on this morning, and I'm going to go ahead and push in now, and I'll talk to you a little bit offline.
All right. Thanks so much.
All right, guys. We'll see you in the next episode. Oh, and I will be making the plan. I promise we'll get to the plan. That was the last episode. But you know what? I had this really important person that we really needed to get in here because right now is the time to start looking at your insurance, your benefits, and all the things that are going on in your gym as you move into the summer. And this is a key factor, especially if you want to hold on to some of those top employees, the top talent. You got to have benefits and be able to offer them. And so I wanted to bring Craig on real quick and get that information out to you guys. We will see you next time.